I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to make your own animal mask using some simple materials you probably already have laying around. You'll need an empty food box from your recycle bin. I used a frozen pizza box, but you could also use a cereal box or something similar in size. Scissors, a stapler, some glue, crayons or something to color with, a marker or a pencil, and a piece of string or elastic. The first thing you want to do is cut your box open. You're going to start at the open edge of your box on one side and cut towards the closed edge, and do the same thing on the other side. Then open it up and lay it flat. Now, using a pencil or a marker, you're going to draw an oval shape as large as you can on the open box. This will be the head of your animal. You're going to draw your eyes and a mouth area. And then you're going to draw some dotted lines going from the edge of your face to those eyes and mouth, and one going down from the top of the head. Now you want to cut out your animal head. Starting from the edge of the box, you take your scissors and cut all along the edge of the oval that you drew. When that is out, you're going to go ahead and use those dotted lines as a mark to cut on to get to your eyes. Cut out each of your eyes and cut up from the bottom to cut out your mouth area. And then you're going to make that cut along the top too. So you're going to have some slits, and don't worry about those, we'll reattach them before our mask is complete. Now's a good time to hold your mask up to your face and make sure that you can see out of it. So if your eye holes need to be a little bit closer together, then you can make adjustments and cut them a little bit more or a little bit larger. Now, using the other side of the box, I'm going to draw out some features that I want to stick onto my animal head. So those are my ears. I'm going to make a tongue and some teeth for my tiger. And then I'm going to make them a little bit longer than I think I need them so that I have some place to glue and overlap. I'm going to make a long nose and some whiskers. Now these are the shapes I made for my tiger head, but you could make a different animal and you could have different shapes for your own. You could make a rabbit or a cat or a bear or a mouse or anything that you would like. So cut all those shapes out, and then you have all your pieces that you need for your animal mask. Next, you're going to take your crayons and color each and every one of those animal parts. It's really important to do this step before you put your mask together, otherwise it will be too hard to color. Now I used crayons, but you could use markers, you could even use paint. You would just have to let it sit and dry for a while. So I made mine look like a tiger, but if I colored this with different colors, I could probably make it look like a different kind of animal. I also put a piece of scrap paper underneath of my work so that I didn't draw all over the table below me. Once you have all your face parts colored in, then it's time to assemble. So we're going to get our stapler and pick up your mask face. And those slits that we made earlier, we're going to connect them together by overlapping just a little bit. So take one side and overlap it over the other side. Hold it in place and take your stapler and staple it down. This is a spot where you might need to ask for help. So you're going to do the same thing on each side where the eyes are. And to that slit on the top of the head as well. And in doing this, we have turned our flat mask into a more three-dimensional mask that is a little bit more rounded and curved. Next, I'm going to attach my ears, so I'm going to hold them where I like them, overlapping the mask just a bit, and stapling them in place. And I can give them a little bend so that they stick forward a bit. I'm going to get my tongue next and give that a little bend as well. And that little bent part we're going to put in the mouth, hold in place, and staple it down. Next, I'm going to take the smaller features and attach those to my mask with glue. I used white glue, but if you have an adult nearby and you happen to have a glue gun, you could definitely use hot glue or a different kind of glue. So I place the nose where it needs to be, and then I get the whiskers in place, and they're moving around just a little bit, so I'm going to bend them so that they stick out a little bit more. And I'm not worried if I have glue all over my mask because it is going to dry clear and you won't even see it. So I get the other whiskers in place. And then I'm going to get those teeth in. So with the teeth, I'm going to glue on the front top part of the tooth and slide it into the mouth and then squeeze it in place. And if it falls off, I will pick it back up and squeeze it back into place. And once I have all of my parts attached, I'm going to lay it down and make sure everything's in the position I want it to be in, and let it sit to dry for at least a half hour. And then I can hold it up to my face and I could play with it just like this. If you want it to be able to attach to your head, you could take your string or scrap of elastic and go through one eye hole and tie a double knot, and then around the back to the other eye hole to do the same. It's easiest if you have someone helping you, so you can hold it up to your face and they can loop the string around the back of your head to get the measurement correct. Then just put your mask on and have some fun. You can try making animal noises or movements. You could pretend like you're on a hunt for food. You could put on a show for your family and friends. And if you like making the mask and you want, you could make another one so someone else could play with you. Or you could try making a different animal using the same or different shapes.